Hi guys, Happy New Year. This is Mel and I am back to talk about the Vampire Diaries with you guys. I hope you guys had a great New Year, but let's get right into it. So this time I'm covering episode 710 titled Hell is Other People, which premiered on the CW Friday, January 29th, 2016. And for Vampire Diaries fans, I thought I'd do something a little different, not only to say hi and just have you see my face, but I thought I'd dress up like a character who was mentioned a few times in this episode, and that is Elena. And funny story, actually, this sweater she wore back in episode 314 when she got the invitation to the Michelson welcome ball. So it just so happens that I already had the sweater, so I was like, yay. And then I actually got her necklace at a Supernatural convention, believe it or not, a few months ago. So it's like, hey, why not? So what better way to show it off and support my inner Vampire Diaries fan than to dress up as the character who's no longer with us at the very moment. So, with that said, let's get right to it, guys. And I'm going old school today, so 10 minutes on the clock. So, let's see if I can do it, because I'm away from my laptop right now. So, here we go. So, something new that happened in this episode, well, actually, there was no flash forwards into the future for 3 years from now. It's actually all flashbacks, really. And the flashback is to the fall of 1863. And the reason for these flashbacks is because we are inside the Phoenix Stone, and that is Damon's personal hell. And it's taking already is annoying me. So we find out from Damon, the whole episode is basically him reliving that one day in 1863. It was the day that he got a letter from Stefan, and he gets this need that he needs to go see his brother. Something is wrong. So he takes on this mission to go bring in some deserters, and if he does that successfully, then he gets to go home for 2 weeks. Unfortunately, the deserters get killed, and this is the moment that Damon has blood on his hands for the first time, which is its significance. And during this little flashback moment, we see Henry, who we haven't seen since way back in season 1. He was the tomb vampire, the first tomb vampire, I think, that we actually got to meet. He was in the apartment that Damon and Alaric went to check out, thinking it was Isabel, but it turned out to be Henry, and it's episode 120, if I remember correctly. So I was really surprised when I saw him. When I was watching the sneak peek of his first appearance, I was thinking, he looks familiar, where have I seen him before? And then once I heard the name, I was like, is it really Henry the Tomb Vampire? And I double checked, and it is him, so that was pretty great. Completely forgot about that, but I love how they tied that back in. So anyways, we learned through Damon's first round of flashbacks of what happened that day, or what really happened, I'm supposing, is what happened. And then he wakes up in the boarding house only to learn from Bonnie that it's been 3 months since he's been stuck in that stone. Not sure if that's true or not, because later on we find out that that is part of the Phoenix Stone as well. So every time Damon gets reset and he wakes up back in that med tent back in the Civil War. So we find out through his time in the Phoenix Stone that either Caroline is 28 weeks pregnant. Not sure if that's supposed to signify what the timing is in reality, as they're trying to bring Damon out of the Phoenix Stone. And then Bonnie mentioned 3 months. So I'm not sure if we should be taking these two sets of numbers to mean anything, or if it's just the reference point in Damon's personal hell. So there is that, but we definitely see many versions of the same day going over and over again. We see Damon trying to try different methods to get the deserters back alive. Then he tries to just bring them in dead, and then he just tries deserting in general, and Lily is always popping up. So different versions, both in the flashback as well as when he's supposedly released from the Stone. But the whole time this was happening, I have to say it now though, it reminded me of Groundhog Day, repeating everything on a time loop and everything like that, especially episode 311 on Supernatural, Mystery Spot, where Sam is forced to relive the same day over and over again, and that is Dean dying in infinite amount of ways. That he dies from a bad burrito, he dies from a car accident, he dies from a dog, he dies from getting electrocuted by plugging in his razor. So it's like so many ways to die, and then Sam is constantly reliving the same day over and over again, and it has had its comedic moments there. We see different comedic moments in this, while Damon's trying to figure out how to stop this time loop from happening for him. So I really like that deja vu. Even Lily popping in and out reminded me of Gabriel, the trickster from Supernatural, doing the same thing to Sam. So it was all meant to teach Damon a lesson, and that was the fact that he can't push emotion away. He has to accept them. He has to allow himself to feel them. And yeah, and it's all leading up to the fact of how Damon treated Lily on her deathbed, essentially. So he actually brings it up, and I will bring it up later. It's a good point I want to add. But most shocking moment of the episode is the final time Damon is released from the Phoenix Stone. This time he's surrounded by Bonnie, Stefan, who's already released beforehand, Caroline, and Matt. He wakes up and Damon is in a panic. He's like, I'm not ready, we're not ready. This can't be it, I have to go back. He has to go back to Lily. So he thinks if he kills everything or kills himself or anything like that, he thinks it will reset and he'll wake up in the med bay. So he's attacking everybody, but that's not the case. So what really surprised me about that is not the fact that he attacked them. Logic makes sense. But what surprised me was Damon's reaction when he got out. He was immediately frantic. He wanted to go back another round to get more time with Lily, all that, right? This whole time they're saying that the more time you spent inside the Phoenix Stone, the more of your humanity is stripped away. But with Damon coming back all frantic and whatnot, it seemed like he had more humanity than when he went into the stone, right? So what's up with that? Is that supposed to happen, or will we find out later on? I don't know. That was what was shocking for me. So moving on to favorite moments, actually. First one has to be Damon's apology to Lily. During the final round before he was finally released, to Damon and Lily back on the battlefield, and she's the one actually stuck under, I think it was a cart or some sort, basically in Henry's place that we first start the flashback in. So she's begging him for help, and he's telling her, no, I hate you, I do not want to help you, I feel nothing for you, type thing. And she's basically repeating, why do you hate me, how can you hate me, and he actually confesses why he hates her, how he hates that she left when and then she had repeated chances to come back for him, and she never took it. And then when he released her from the prison world, she still chose her second family over him, which hurt him even more, which caused his hatred for her to grow. And he always hated that. And he even brought up the quote of the fact that there's 3 times that he lost her, and there's 3 times that he ruined saying what he wanted to say to her. So she allows him to say his actual final goodbye, and he breaks down. Now, the reason why I like this apology is because when Damon breaks down like this, you know it truly hits him hard, the emotions. Because Damon is a guy who always puts up a wall saying that emotions don't affect him and stuff like that, always playing nonchalant, not really caring or anything like that. But when he actually breaks down and you actually see the emotion behind that wall, I always love those moments, despite whether it's happiness or angst or devastation, such as tonight's apology. But when you see those moments, it truly matters for Damon. It means something. It's a monumental moment for him to have, and that's what I liked about it. Just to see Damon behind those walls is really great to see. So yeah, next favorite moment has to be all the attempts that Damon had to bring those deserters in. He went from the normal way, which was being cut off by the deserters, so that's one. Second way was trying to separate the women from the deserters. Didn't really work. Another way was having the women on the porch and him going for the men, and then Henry got captured. Not good. Tried a different way. This time there was a grenade involved. Tried another way with Granny killing, or him killing the deserters and then Granny killing him. And I definitely got caught off. I totally don't know what just happened then, so sorry about that. But I was talking about Damon's attempts on to number 6 or 7, and that was him deserting. So what I really liked is all the different ways he tried. For most of them, he tried to do the right thing and tried to get everyone out alive. But then at the end, he just like didn't care at all. Afterwards, he's like, screw this. I'm gonna go find Steph and go straight to the source and stuff like that. So that was great. And also with those attempts, though, you still see Damon though. It's like at the beginning, yeah, we see human Damon, but with each attempt, we slowly see the Damon that we've come to know over the last 7 seasons. So that's what I like about it. We see different stages of Damon throughout every attempt. And then when he's forced to talk about the present day stuff that's happening, him being stuck in the Phoenix Stone, him supposed to be feeling all these emotions, him being super aware of the future when he's supposedly supposed to be stuck in the past. There's the timer. If you didn't hear it, it just went off. But yeah, so I really like that even though it's a different time period for Damon, he's still Damon. It's still present day Damon that we see in his past self, if that makes sense, because usually he's very different from his past and his future self. So I just like that for some reason. Don't know why. Okay, another favorite moment's kind of small, and the fact that I'm dressed like her today is the fact that Elena was actually mentioned in this episode. And it was just over the holidays, I was wondering, are we going to hear anything about Elena again? Is she going to be mentioned? And thankfully she was. The coffin was shown, mentions of her influence on Damon and how she would think of his reactions to everything. So I really like that she was still brought up, which basically shows that she is still being thought of. Sorry if it's still going. So I did like that. And yeah. And a bonus favorite has to be Henry. Just seeing that old familiar face pop up from season 1 appearing, I wasn't expecting that, so I really liked it. Peeved moment. The only thing I didn't like about this episode was the fact that there was no Alaric. I mean, as Damon's best friend, you'd think he'd be by Damon's side, trying to find a way to release him from the Phoenix Stone. I mean, Matt was there, Caroline was there, Bonnie was there for a reason, because being his next best friend and the witch to do it, and Stefan being his brother. But Alaric, it didn't make sense why Alaric wouldn't be there. So that's the only thing that annoyed me about it. Reminder of the episode, the fact that it was very Damon-centric and the fact that we were seeing into his own personal hell. I think, yeah, this episode was very focused on flashback qualities, which I kind of liked, and the fact that it reminded me of Groundhog Day and of Mystery Spot from Supernatural. It helped me enjoy it a bit more, but it was definitely something new for Vampire Diaries to try out for sure. And it definitely got us into the headspace of Damon, because he also explained to Henry at one point, is like, after this moment where I first had blood on my hands, this and this happened to him, which led to him wanting to go to his brother. So it kind of showed how Damon first reacted to causing death. So that was a great insight for sure into human Damon and all that, and to see how he's progressed into the Damon we see today. So random questions quickly though. Do you think we'll see Stefan's personal hell? We definitely got an extensive look into Damon's. We got slight hints into Stefan's today, but are we actually going to see it like we did today? Maybe not to that extent, but some reference or some explanation or some in-depth knowledge about it, hopefully. Do you think we'll get that, or is just Damon's version enough? I hope not. I want to know what Stefan's personal hell is considered, since he pretty much hates being a vampire, so pretty much anything he did, he's going to be hateful towards it. So there's that. Next question. Like I said, Damon's reaction to finally coming out of Phoenix Stone, frantic and wanting to go back in to save Lily and have more time with her. Is that a side effect that we have to worry about? Like, I was expecting him to come out being no humanity Damon. I was expecting that. But could this heightened emotional part of him be a side effect that we weren't expecting? Love to hear what you think about that. Quick predictions, quickly before my video cuts off again for some reason. But based off the promo I saw, Damon's sanity is put into question. Stefan thankfully asked if, like, or it looks like Stefan has Damon tied up to protect not only himself but everyone else around him, since Damon still believes that if he kills himself or whoever's vital to the story of that version of that round, then it will reset itself. So there's that. And Henry might be popping up again as like a hallucination that reminds Damon that maybe he's not completely released or he's not completely sane. So that should be fun. But that's about it. What did you guys think of the episode? Did you like it? Is it what you expected? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, your own thoughts, theories, observations, any of that. Let's keep the conversation going. I'd love to hear it all. And don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, please. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and also check out my other videos if you haven't done so. I've added a few more different playlists since the last time I posted for Vampire Diaries, so you might want to check those out as well. And yeah, also if you want more news, more stuff like promos, web clips, sneak peeks, episode synopses, stills, quotes, gifs, anything like that, check out my Tumblr page. All the links for that will be down below. As it's as organized as I can make it at the moment, but hopefully there's something there that you like. A few of I think the next 2 or 3 episode synopses are already posted online, so I do have those reblogged, so check those out. Also, if you want a more detailed recap of the episode itself, check out my live journal. Link is down below. It has full recap, play-by-play with my inserts of thoughts in the moment, so check those out as well if you want an actual detailed follow-through of what happens. Remember, all that is after the first time I'm watching it, though, so to get you my genuine reactions and stuff like that. Also, here's some news to it. We are definitely getting a confirmed crossover with the originals. Apparently, Stefan is going to New Orleans, and that's going to be episode 714, I believe, and episode 314, respectively. So that's same day, 2 hours of the same universe. It's not like we don't have that already, but it's an extra bonus. So there's that. So mark your calendars for sure to make sure you go watch it. And yeah, so that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. This type of video where you get to see me, hi, won't happen always. I've found recently that it doubles the loading time and it doubles the rendering time for the video. So I'm only doing it now to kind of commemorate the start of the new year for the Vampire Diaries. So I figured why not, and maybe some special occasions is when I might pop in and say hello, and then just have my voice saying it. So there's that, and that's about it. So thanks again, and this is Mel, just wishing you all a great day, great week wherever you are, and I hope you come back next week to see what I have to say about the next episode. Till next time, bye.